All right, so we got an important question here, and I know that this is important because A, it's happened to me before 3 times now on the Amazon platform, and also on a few of my videos that have caught some traction. I'll be sure to link them down in the bottom of the description, both of them here in a second. I'll give you a little bit more feedback on them. I get a lot of questions about people that are really desperate on how to get their account backs, or how to get their accounts back after getting suspended on Amazon, right? And I've been there myself, like I said, 3 times, so I totally get it. And today we have a question that basically says, I got suspended from Amazon in 2010 with an A to Z claim. It's been 10 years. Do you think I have a chance to get back on Amazon with a detailed letter, okay? So before I actually answer that question specifically, and I kind of want to talk about that here specifically, there are 2 videos that I've actually done on this already. So if you have gotten suspended for an inauthentic products, that video is down in the description, and I'll also link to a card up in the right hand corner right now if you want to check that out. I think I pointed that way, but I think your right hand corner is that way. As well as if you got suspended for review manipulation, I also have a video that I've gotten suspended for both of those specifically, and I've got my account back with a good plan of action. You need to break your plan of action down into 3 different segments, and obviously I go into those segments in depth in those actual videos. But off the top of my head, because it's been a while since I've actually gotten through those, but obviously those videos are literally post getting unsuspended, so those are the perfect resources for you. If you want to check out the review manipulation, that one's up in the right hand corner as well as down in the description below, okay? So those are specific to those, but off the top of my head, I think the first thing you want to do is what's the root cause of the problem, right? So literally regurgitate to them why you got suspended. Then the second thing is the immediate corrective actions you are doing in your business immediately to address that problem and solve it immediately, right? And then third and finally is the long-term corrective actions to your business so that you don't get that problem, or you don't, basically Amazon doesn't have to, suspend you again for the same thing, and they don't have to worry about their customers, most importantly, running through that same issue with your seller account and your business, right? So those are the 3 main things that you need to address in your plan of action. Obviously, it's going to be slightly different, tailored to each specific situation and business, because everybody, even if you get suspended for like review manipulation, right? You very well might have gotten, suspended for manipulating reviews or the review system in a slightly different way than I did, right? Same thing with inauthentic products, right? Or whatever your specific situation is. So watch those videos if that is you. Watch them anyway if that's not you, because you can still get a lot of insight on how to write really good plans of action in those actual videos. And I'm not just somebody that created a video saying like, I think this is what you should probably do. No, I've literally gotten suspended and gotten my account back with those actual letters. So those resources are invaluable. If you don't go through those videos, you can literally spend like $5 grand on an attorney to try to get your account back with literally no, assurances that you can get your account unsuspended. So definitely a great resource to check out, so you don't have to spend thousands of dollars, okay? Now to answer this specific question right here, yes, I definitely think that you can get your account back. It's been 10 years, so typically, and this always isn't the case depending on what you got suspended for, but since it's been so long, typically Amazon looks at, like, if it's been a while, they'll look at your suspension letter, if you give a good plan of action, more favorably, right? Because so much time has elapsed since then, and you could have made so many different changes to yourself, you could have grown, matured, so many different changes to your business since that time. So yes, they tend to look at it more favorably, depending on the situation, the more time that has elapsed, okay? So I definitely think you have a chance to get it back. It would depend obviously on what you got suspended for. For example, like something that I know that they take seriously a lot is like if you got suspended, for example, for like, constantly making a new account. Like let's say you got suspended and you didn't actually handle that suspension, but then you just made a new account. And then a couple months later, your account got suspended again, and now you have 2 suspended accounts, but instead of dealing with that, you made a new account, right? They take that pretty seriously. I still have seen people get their accounts back with that, but I'm just saying like some things they take a little bit more seriously. So ultimately, it would depend on what you got suspended for, but then all you need to do is you need to craft a good plan of action. You need to find either log into your seller account and either appeal through your seller account by clicking like the little flag and finding out where your actual suspension notice is and appealing through that. or finding the email in which they suspended you in, 10 years ago and replying to that email, assuming that obviously it goes to the same thing. So it would be like policy@Amazon or like dispute@policy@Amazon.com. Two of those emails are, I believe, the ones that they use now. So because it was so long ago, I don't remember what the email was then. But if you hit reply and it goes to one of those emails, you could just reply to that email as well. So that's what I'd recommend. Find that email or find that notification, figure out exactly what you got suspended for, because that notification or that email will literally tell you word for word, this is why you're suspended. And that email is going to be your best clue as to how A, you got suspended, and B, what you can say in your plan of action, with those 3 different categories, to get unsuspended, right? And you literally need to regurgitate that problem to them, and then basically how you address that problem, how you plan to address it going forward, okay? So I hope that answers your question. The good news, and trust me, I get it. I get how that feels to be suspended and have that privilege taken away from you. It's not a privilege, actually. Well, I guess it is a privilege. That's the best way to say it. So I get how that feels to have that being taken away from you, especially because Amazon is such a great opportunity, as you know if you watch this channel. That said, there's always hope. If you craft a good plan of action, you can always get your account back. And because it's been 10 years, I would assume that you have a very, very good chance and high likelihood that if you craft a good POA, they'll probably just unsuspend you pretty fast. So good question. I hope that helps. You guys have questions? I have answers. If you have a specific question, drop it in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next one.